Guys, I'm Thomas Blakemore. I teach, travel and sometimes triumph. If you're wondering how to keep your children more engaged, then this video is specifically for you. I'm a teacher and I've been teaching for 3 years or close to that. And one of the things I realized pretty much straight away is how important it is to engage the children that you are teaching. If you don't do that, then it makes your job that a lot harder, because the children aren't going to be attached to the information that you are trying to sell them. So one of the things I have started to do more and more is think about the hooks that I put into my teaching. A hook specifically is anything that you put in extra to get those children to be really engaged. Now, I'm going to give you a range of ideas that you might want to implement in your classroom. Chances are you're already doing some fantastic hooks in your lessons. I'm hoping maybe you can have some ideas from this video that can develop teaching. One, videos. Videos are such a powerful tool as a hook. However, and there's a big however to this, when you use videos, you must think about whether or not they're appropriate to the lesson. YouTube is such a fantastic tool for video. However, it's so easy to just go, right, Aztecs, find an Aztec video, bam, there's the hook. No. You've got to find a video that has a purpose. The purpose of the video has to bring out inquiry. The children need to be wanting to know more about the video, and then you can stem the lesson off that video. Now that can sometimes be a little bit hard, so why not create your own? I've started to use some of this YouTube skill business to create my own videos that I've used across year 2. Our year 2 are really focused on hooks at the moment because some of the children find it hard to engage with the lessons. Once that happens and the videos are created, then the children are really wanting to know more about what it is and starting to use those inquiry skills to develop their own learning. So I wanted to share a video that I created for my year 2s, including some of the year 2s, getting them involved. Obviously, I've got a big thing about showing children's faces on this channel, so I'm not going to do that. So you'll see that there's an element of censorship, if you like. However, I hope you enjoy the video. Good morning and welcome to KTD News. What was that? Breaking news. Reports are coming in about a disaster that has hit Africa. This is reporter Kent reporting from the sky. As you can see, the whole of the village has been flattened. We're joined now with some local villagers who believe they know what may have caused such a disaster. Okay, we're joined here in Kenya at one of the African villages. Joined here with Pepe. Pepe, can you tell us what happened?
Something attacked our village.
Do you know what it is?
No.
Okay, I'm joined here with Kia. Kia, can you tell us more about the incident?
I didn't see it, but I think it was grey.
Grey. We think it's grey. You heard it here first. We're joined here at the next part of the African village. Joined here with 2 people who heard the incident. Daniel, can you tell us more?
All I heard is loud stomping around the village.
Stomping. Anna Christina, can you tell us more about the incident?
I can't hear anything. It was so loud.
Stomping that was really loud. You heard it here first. We're joined here at the next part of the village. Apparently, these people saw part of the animal. Hannah, can you tell us more about the animal?
I didn't really see it, but it looked like it had white.
So it had white bits on it. Am I right, Karen?
Yes, I did see long, white, tusk-type things.
Long, white, tusk-type things. Could be anything, I don't know. We're joined here in the next African village. Ladies, can you tell us what happened as part of the incident? Ladies? Ladies? It seems that the animal who destroyed this African village was grey, stomped, and had long, white...
It stole our children!
Oh, back to the studio. Year 2, it seems we need your help. There is an animal that is wanted. See you in the next one. So as you can see, that video was quite funny, and I know for a fact that when I play that video this week, by the way, this week we have an inspection going on, which is why I've been finding it really hard to upload. I know that they're going to find it really engaging. Now, you'll see that I've used the green screen. The green screen is there. I want to show you this area. This is an area that I'm really lucky to have. It's got loads of different Mac computers, green screen, got all the B-bots, and down in the corner, down here, is VR. Now, I'm really lucky to have this area, and I've done a tour of my classroom, which you can find up here-ish, probably the wrong place. But if you're interested in seeing more of the school, then definitely like the video. That will show me that you want to see more of it. Music. Music is one of the most powerful tools that you can use to hook your children in. The reason that is because music engages a different part of the brain. When you use music, children find it really catchy, and therefore either using it as a hook or just as part of your teaching, it's going to make things easier to learn. There's children who I've taught before who find it difficult to learn something. However, when I put music into the mix, they've suddenly found this little way of learning something. One of them was Perimeter. I'll show you that song now. Perimeter, easy to find. So I learned that song and heard of that song within one of my teaching placements like 3 years ago. However, that song is still lodged up there really annoyingly. So children will either one, find it really annoying, but still remember it, or two, just enjoy it and just sing it. Music is definitely something that I would recommend as a hook in lessons. Do things practically. I really enjoy doing things practically. That's because I'm quite a physical, practical, handsy type of person. You'll see on these YouTube videos that I move my hands quite a lot. I enjoy doing physical things to hook the children in, whether it's getting them to stand up off the carpet and getting them to move through a story, or whether it's to do talk for writing. There's a whole thing for talk for writing, so I'll link it down below. Using those things is really beneficial within teaching because it gets them to start to move rather than just sit there and watch you teach, which I know I can be quite boring sometimes, so I feel sorry for the kids sometimes. So getting them moving is a really good thing. Another thing I really love, which is practical, is Punctuation Karate. So sometimes this is just really lesson specific, but if I've got a child's piece of work and they're doing some sort of proofreading, I will get them to do some Punctuation Karate. So I'll read through one of the pieces of writing. There's loads of different ways you can do this. And where they need to put the full stop in, they punch, comma, chop, exclamation mark, you've got the shing, psh, sound effects and everything, and a question mark. I go for a why? Wow. So that is something that I love to do when I'm teaching. Practical things as a hook is fantastic. School trips. Seem really obvious to mention school trips as a hook. However, to me, it's still a really powerful hook. Whether you're doing it at the end of a topic and you're planning and doing work all the way up to the trip and the children are buzzing because they know at the end of it they're going to go on this trip, or whether you're doing the trip and then doing a range of work from the trip that you've gone on, a trip is something really powerful because it's an experience that they are likely to remember. It's a really good way to bring in some fantastic writing, whether you're going to mix it up and make it cross-curricular, bring in the maths and also the geography, history, science. There's so many different ways depending on your topic to bring in trips to help hook children in. Research and surveys. This is a really powerful tool that gets your children thinking about things. As I said before, inquiry is key with any hook. You want to get those children thinking about things. So a survey is a really, really easy and good way to do that. And it's really good, especially when you've got boys who aren't keen on writing and maths. It can be anything in school. You could come outside of the school and plan your own trip where you go up to your local town centre and ask about something that's related to your topic. The options are limitless, but having some sort of survey is really quite an easy but good way to link in lots of different learning strategies in your classroom. The last thing that I use in teaching, and I don't use it very often, but it's really powerful when I use, is a feelie bag. Key Stage 1, feelie bags, you'll use them quite a lot and it can engage some really good descriptive writing. However, in Key Stage 2, not letting them touch the feelie bag can really engage things more. So if you show a bag and you tell a story behind the item that's in there, the children need to use their inference skills, their predictive skills, some really good comprehension, but they also start to use their imagination and they're really engaged and hooked by the idea. Again, inquiry. One of the best lessons that I've taught was a lesson where I showed a bag and I talked to them about the item that was in this bag, and I told them that it was a weapon that had destroyed civilizations. I told them that not only did this thing in the bag destroy civilizations, it also created civilizations. And the children were a bit like, oh, and they gave me all sorts of answers. Obviously the year sixes were on about nuclear weapons and all sorts of crazy things. But it turned out to be a stone. And I didn't tell them that until the end of the lesson. And I got them to think about and write about what that thing could be. And it was really, really good. The quality of the writing that I got from them for that descriptive piece of writing was fantastic. So again, using sort of feelie bags for a range of different ways can be a fantastic tool for learning. Now, generally hooks are quite straightforward to put into lessons. If you're watching this video in the first place, then the chances are you already do it. It's a case of thinking a little bit outside the box to bring those children in. Fingers crossed you've learned something from this video. If one of you out there have, then that's the purpose of this video ticked off. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to subscribe down in the corner. I make videos about teaching and traveling, and I'm going to be making more stuff about general teaching tips. So thank you for joining me in this video, and I'm out. See you later, guys.